It is June 20th, 2020, and I am heading down to Traverse City to play paintball today. Now, this is a pretty big deal. I made a goal for myself that if I lost 50 pounds, that I would be able to get back into paintball and invest in some equipment, and so I've done that. I've reached that goal, and so here I am doing it. I think this first big milestone, I have learned some things about what worked for me specifically, and those may not work for everyone. I've been primarily doing 16/8 intermittent fasting, so I'll eat from 10:30 a.m. until 6:30 p.m., and then after that I don't eat again until 10:30 a.m. And then lately I've been mixing in some longer fasts, so I'll eat dinner on Thursday night, and I won't eat again until breakfast on Saturday morning at about 10:30. And that gives me a 40-hour fast that day, and I've seen some really good results doing that. So what is this channel about? So this channel is going to primarily be about my weight loss journey and my goal to get healthier and to kind of get back some of the life that I've lost to being overweight. I have always restricted myself on the activities that I can do, the things that I can do because of my weight. And I think, when I was in high school, paintball was my favorite activity. That was what I did, and it didn't matter then, what my weight was, and I just went out and did it. But lately, I've been, over the past few years, I've let my weight really dictate the things that I can and can't do. And now that I've lost this first milestone of weight, I really am trying to get back into some of these activities and just have a fuller, better life. And I think now that I have a daughter and knowing that she's going to want to have a full, exciting, fun life, being able to be healthy and to be able to move and to be able to give her that life is something that I'm really, really working towards, and just really want to be able to provide that. And I think you're going to see that. You're going to see these activities, and it starts with this one, but there are things like hiking and different things that my wife likes that I've kind of always been cautious about because I worry about getting hurt, or I worry about any number of things. But losing the weight and getting into a better place is really going to open up so much of that type of thing. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing my weight loss journey, how I've gone about it, the food that I'm eating, when I'm eating it, and things like that. So today is paintball. There will be other videos and other things that go into more details about what I'm doing, but so that's what we're going for today. And yeah, let's do it. Alright, so now this is going to become the paintball portion of the video. I just am leaving Traverse City. I stopped at TC Paintball. It's where I've always shopped for my paintball stuff for the most part. TC Paintball is great. I went in and the service was awesome. So what I pick up. Now, again, this is the paintball portion of the video, so this is going to be all about the paintball stuff that I purchased and then hopefully getting to play. It's looking like it might rain, but we'll see what happens. The marker I picked up, or the gun that I picked up, was the Planet Eclipse Etha 2. It was kind of between that or an Axe 2.0, and I decided with the Etha just because of the durability and the Gamma Core, essentially the bolt system in that gun, that is just going to be awesome, as everyone says, so that's what I went with. It's not the most exciting looking gun, but it is going to be like a workhorse, so it'll last a long time and be a great gun. Went with the die rotor for my loader. Got a good deal on it, and it'll be faster than I need it to be for sure. but it'll load really quick. And then for the mask, I went with the JT Pro Flex. I thought, I would not go red and black or red like I have for every time I've ever played paintball. All my accessories and everything have been red, but I decided they had a red one and it looks pretty good. It's actually right here next to me. So I went with it. So we're back in red, just like always. That's okay, because my soft goods are all red already, so it all matches. So that works. Right now I'm headed to Area 51 Paintball. They have a game today, and hopefully if the rain holds out, which fingers crossed it does, I will get to play and test out all this new stuff. Hopefully it doesn't take me a million years to set it all up and get going. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. So I'm going to have some GoPro footage of the game, of playing. Hopefully if I get to play. Yeah, let's go. Let's see what happens. Next thing you'll see is going to be me playing. Let's see how it goes. Driving, I am driving. Alright, so just got done playing down at Area 51 Paintball, and it was perfect. I mean, for being my first time playing since 2012, it was just, I don't know that it could have gone any better. It was a lot of fun. The field was great. I met some really nice people, and yeah, it was a blast. It made the work that I've put in to lose 50 pounds feel worth it. I mean, a lot of things have made it feel worth it. Clothes fitting better, things like that. But to go out there and know that to know that I can play, right? The thing is, I'm not where I want to be all the way. I think I definitely have more to go. Like, I would love to be able to be faster, or love for my pod pack to fit better, my knee pads to fit a bit better. Side note, knee pads are a game changer. I never had knee pads when I was a kid, and I don't know why. they just make they just make life so much more bearable to play. If you have to go down on your knees, it doesn't hurt. You don't have to worry about like a rock or anything. So if you're a big guy, I can't remember the brand that I got. Exalt maybe. Shoot, I can't remember the brand. I'll add that in a little caption somewhere that'll say the brand that I got. But yeah, they're a 2X knee pad, and they fit me. I've got some pretty big thighs, and they fit pretty well. I had to kind of force them up a little bit, but I know like as I continue losing weight, they'll only fit better and they'll be more comfortable. But I wore them, for 4 hours at least, and didn't have any problems. But yeah, for the first time being back, it was great. I don't know. It was great. It was a breath of fresh air. It was, I think, what I needed. It was instantly like a reignition of the feeling that I used to have. So, and I'm older now, and I don't know that I move any worse than I did then. I think I probably do. I'm slower, and I know I weigh more than I did, at least more than I did in my prime, I guess. I don't know, like, yeah, but I also think if I continue to lose weight and get fit, that I can get some of that back or even do better, because I was always overweight. I think in high school I've always thought, and I never really weighed myself a lot, but I think I was around 260, and so I think that if I can, my goal is 212, so if I can get there, I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know how I'm going to move or how I'm going to hang. I don't know how I'm going to hang, whatever that means. Another aspect of my channel being the weight loss part, talking about what I'm eating and everything. Interestingly, I just had Qdoba. They have a chicken protein bowl, which is paleo if you take the black beans out. So I took out the black beans, and it was great. I got one earlier today, and I was kind of in a rush to get to the paintball field because the rain was coming, and so I only ate a little bit of it, and so then for dinner I actually had it again. And it's great. If I don't have a Qdoba close to me, but if you are on the road and you're doing a paleo diet, then I would recommend it. And my paleo diet isn't the strictest, right? Like, obviously the meat they use probably isn't the best quality meat, things like that, but what is in it, the ingredients, those fall into the paleo category, at least according to my research. I could be, if I'm wrong, sorry, but from what I can tell, you have to, like I said, get it without black beans, but there's no rice, there's nothing in it. It's just chicken, vegetables, salsa, and guacamole. So, they might use, I guess they could have some sugar somewhere in there, like maybe in the salsa or something, but for when you're traveling, it's tough, and I think it's a better option than a burger and fries. It's a better option than a lot of things. So it kind of fits into that category. I am under for my calories for the day. I've only consumed about 1,200 calories, and I usually shoot between 1,600 and 1,700. So I have a banana and some mixed nuts that I think I'll probably have to eat. But right now I'm so full, and I'm already an hour past when I usually start my fast. So it's kind of tricky. It's hard. Traveling, it really is difficult when you're trying to stick to a strict diet. But you have to think, something that I've learned is you have to have flexibility in what you're doing. You have to be able to say, like, okay, this is one day. It may not be perfect, but I'm going to do the best I can, and know that one day is not going to make or break anything. I didn't gain all the weight in a day, and I didn't lose all the weight in a day, or lose all the weight that I've lost in a day. So that just kind of is how it is. I think I did the best I could, and I'm under my calories, and I haven't eaten crazy. Like I said, I didn't eat like a burger and fries or anything, but just kind of the food the system was a little wonky. I would say I did a long fast, so I fasted for 40 hours. And traveling and trying to get places on time is tricky. So I wouldn't suggest doing a long fast right before a travel day. I mean, it helps because my system was empty and I was able to feel like if I did have to eat something that maybe wasn't as in line with my meal plan as I'd like, then I would have been okay a little bit. But yeah, I think I would have been fine had I eaten. I just didn't eat any food really until 12:30, which was a 42 hour. It extended me to a 42-hour fast, and then I didn't really eat all of that food. Like I said, I ate maybe a quarter of my chicken protein bowl, but I was in such a hurry, and I also felt a little weird about putting such a heavy food item into my stomach for the first thing that I was eating after 42 hours. So I didn't eat much of that, and that was kind of a waste. But like I said, you have to have grace for yourself in days that you can't really, they're kind of out of your control. I could have packed a protein smoothie or something like that, and maybe I should have. That would have been a good breakfast. But this is a learning experience. I don't think I think fasting before today, like the 40 hours, would have been just fine had I eaten. And I got a little bit of a headache and stuff, but I had some hydration tablets that aren't exactly paleo. There's a little bit of sugar in them. But again, doing the best that I can. I think there's a gram of sugar. But I had some hydration tablets and some water, and to boost up my electrolytes and to kind of get my system a little bit regulated. And then I ate some food, and I think it's helped. So if you're going to do a long fast before a big travel day, definitely make sure you eat when you're supposed to eat. And if you're going to do a long fast before a travel day that also requires a physically demanding activity like paintball or whatever, you definitely need to make sure that you eat when you're supposed to eat, and make sure that's a little bit more pre-planned than what I did. I pushed it a little too far. I was going to get some eggs at McDonald's. Those would fit into paleo, but I ended up not. By the time I went to try, they were already done for the day with breakfast. So that's when I had to kind of mix it up a bit and try to switch things around. But yeah, anyway, I mean, I'm feeling good. Like I said, it was such a fun day to get out and do this, and to just be able to experience this and stuff. And so I'm on my way home. I've got about 3.5 hours left to go, and then I'll be home. I think a key takeaway from all of this is just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try something. I think when I was trying to start intermittent fasting, there was people that maybe thought like, you're not going to be eating a lot and that sort of thing, but it's really been successful for me so far, and I don't see why it wouldn't work for most people. You just have to, it helps you focus on when you're eating and what you're eating. And really it's brought me success so far, and I know there's going to be challenges ahead, and like I said, I'm less than halfway to my goal, but I've made a huge step, I think, and it's only going to keep going. And the key is persistence and consistency. As long as you are persistent and keep pushing, and you are consistent by maintaining the same routines, you will have good results, I think. And like I said, I'm still, I've only been doing intermittent fasting for just over a month, about a month and a half. So I know that there's going to be challenges up ahead, but I'm just feeling really positive about it. And I'm feeling really positive about the changes that I've made and what I've been eating and everything, and the weight that I've lost. And I'm just excited to having it going. So I guess that's all. I know this was a bit longer here at the end, than the beginning, but I think it just kind of wraps up how I was feeling and wraps up quite a bit of all of this. So yeah, that's it. I don't know. That'll be it.